We are streaming. And, yeah, sorry about all the bad audio in the past broadcasts. I was using Shadowplay, I guess it's called, from NVIDIA, and I just could not get the levels adjusted basically at all. So this time I'm using OBS, and so hopefully that'll be a lot better. As the title says, we're flying the Diamond DA-62 today. And the reason is, in X-Plane 12 Beta 9, reason is just yesterday, Aerobask released this update to this plane that's been around for, I don't know, a few years, I guess. But this is their first X-Plane 12 version of it, which is really, really cool. And it's not just an update, they've reworked a lot of it. And I noticed the texturing is as nice as it was before, and Aerobask is a master at texturing. It looks even better now, especially the external texturing model. And I absolutely love this plane. This is my favorite piston aircraft, uh, bar none. I love it more than any others, although I guess a close second would be the closely related Diamond DA-50 RG, which is basically a single version of this. You can see it has these really nice gull wing doors, trailing link landing gear, and this, like most diamonds are, or maybe all diamonds, are designed for safety first. So things like there are no seat rails at all, as because there's so many fatal accidents involving seat rails that slipped, which pushed the pilot back, which made them pull on the controls, leading to a spin stall. But diamonds don't have seat rails. The seats are fixed and the pedals move. In fact, that might even be modeled? I don't quite remember. Is that modeled? Maybe not. Huh, I should have studied that a little more. But I don't often adjust seats or pedals in a simulated plane. Okay, so let's close the doors. How easy is that? Right there. And then for the pilot side door, we can go here. And we are in French Polynesia on the island of Huahine. And we're taking a short flight over to Bora Bora, which, to be honest, in X-Plane is a little sad because the model of Bora Bora, or the scenery for Bora Bora in Microsoft Flight Simulator, is spectacular, and in X-Plane, it's all right. It'll pass for Bora Bora until some third party does some more detail on it. But yeah, the one in Microsoft Flight Simulator is really, really, you got to see it. You got to go there. Okay, let's turn on the fuel here. I'm not going to follow the checklist at all, I guess. Okay, let's turn on the main batteries. Now these DA-62s use twin Ostro 2-liter inline 4-cylinders, 180 horsepower each. These are Mercedes A-Class engines. Initially, Ostro bought them right off the Mercedes assembly line, and I believe now they are licensed to manufacture them themselves, licensed by Mercedes, and I believe they're doing that and have been doing that. Yeah, so notice there's no mixture or prop control because the engines have an ECU, which controls all that. Got your parking brake here. Yeah, Garmin G1000 avionics. I think they're using the NXI version now. And yeah, alright, let's open our window here. Explain 12 sounds are quite a bit better. Oh, notice the breakers are modeled apparently correctly, but I haven't looked into that too much. Let's look at the altimeter here. Where are we? Alright. So wind is calm, so we'll just take off in this direction. North. And altimeter is 2985. I don't think they use inches of mercury here, but we'll just go with that. So the barrel is 2985. And, alright. Okay, and this will be the simplest VFR flight plan, NTTH, which is Huahine, over to November. Let's go this way. Tango. Oops. Tango Bravo. Motumute Bora Bora. So that's 44 miles from here. This plane cruises at about 170, a little more than 170. Let's use an altitude, since it's not that far. Let's just go at 5,000 feet. Or 5,500 feet. Let's see, so we're going west. Let's make it 6,500 feet. I don't know if they actually follow that rule here. Okay. Let's get the runway heading. 25, so I don't know the exact heading, but that's fine. Don't have to be exact here. Yeah. And let's check on Bora Bora. Where is that? Somewhere over here. It's not that. Oh, here. So we'll land on 29er. Oh, so this way. Yeah, this way. Wait. What does this button do anyway? Okay, but generally westerly direction. Okay, so let's set the course to 290. Okay, barometer set, altitude set, cruising altitude set. And let's turn on strobe lights since we're about to start the engine. Okay, well, this starts like a modern car because it has modern car engines. So turn on the left master, clear prop, there, and it starts like a car. Okay. That looks good. Turn on the right master. So, as far as I can tell, listening to real DA-62s on YouTube, the sounds are actually pretty accurate. These aren't as muscly sounding as like a Baron with you know, twin, what are they, AL 540s? So these sound like car engines basically, and they rev to you know, you're typically going along at 4,000 RPM, and they've got a reduction gearbox. Okay, let's look at this. Yep. Position, taxi. Okay, let's take another look at the exterior model. That is a beauty. Now, diamond wings are really long, and I think these are over 40 feet. So you actually have to upgrade to the more expensive hangars to just fit these. You can't fit these in something that you put a Cirrus in or something. Okay. Up here, down, up. Rudder right, left. Aileron left, right. Okay. So let's pull the parking brake right here. And head to the left. Okay, set the CDI to the GPS. Okay. Turn on the landing lights. Okay, before cross to the runway. I'm gonna take just a minute here to post a link to the stream on Facebook. Okay, that's done. Okay, let's take a look at the lights. Nice. Let's release the parking brake. So here's your rudder trim or aileron trim? Oh, rudder trim. Okay. Let's go. Clear left. Clear right. Okay, I don't think I have flown to this airport before, but I have flown Bora Bora before. Never been there. It is something I'm kind of interested in. Okay. Set the flaps. Landing lights on. Turn the fuel pumps on. I won't need pitot heat. Let's get the heading bug set. Okay. Let's go. You can set full throttle on takeoff on these. Take off at about 80. Alright, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. That wasn't gear up. There. Okay. Let's gain a little speed here. Alright. So let's head to the left here. Get on our GPS path. Quite an extravagant livery on this plane. I did look up its N number and couldn't find anything, so I guess they just made this up. Okay, flight director on. Flight director. Okay, go to nav mode. Autopilot on. Fuel pumps off. This is not going where I want it. Let's see what I did wrong here. GPS. Nav. That looks about right. That was kind of strange. Okay, go to flight level change. So climb out at about 120. So, yes, these DA-62s seat 7, which is pretty cool. I don't really know how tight it is and how close you are to max gross weight. But, yeah, I mean, the controls are like a jet. Just the 2 throttles. Got oxygen that we won't need today. And these great turbo diesels. So yeah, you know, the industry is trying to work out sustainable unleaded fuel to replace avgas, and this Diamonds all use diesels of various kinds. The DA-50 RG uses a Continental CD, what was it, 300? I don't quite remember. But a more powerful engine than the ones in here. But that's also a turbo diesel. So I believe Austro, which makes the engines for this DA-62, are, I believe, a subsidiary of Diamond. which itself is a subsidiary, of, I believe, Longfeng Industries in China. And these are actually new. These sunshades, those weren't in the previous version. And got a sectional there, but you have lights that all work that we don't need right now. I think for the rear passengers too, yeah. So that's really something. And you can put on your oxygen masks and the CG models in here. You can see them wearing them. Not the cannulas either, the actual masks. And I've flown the Diamond around the Andes and had to use those because some parts of the Andes are over 19,000 feet. Okay. So I'm gonna set a hold on here. Gonna set a offset waypoint. That's here. Which I'll set to 5 miles before Bora Bora. So enter, where I'll go to an altitude of 1,200 feet. Enter. That'll give us the distance to top of descent, but we're still climbing, so it's not a very accurate estimate. Yeah, so the reason I'm choosing sites around the Pacific are because I'm doing this in the actual world time, and so most places in the United States are dark now here in the end of October. It's still light where I am, so I'll probably do some California flights coming up, or west coast of the US or Canada. Okay, getting to our captured cruising altitude. So we can see what our true airspeed will be. Our fuel flow is 8.5. I usually like to cruise at 8.5 per side. So 17 gallons per hour total, which is not that much above what you'd get in a Cirrus SR-22, which has only got one engine. And it's diesel fuel, which is usually cheaper than avgas by a little bit. Because you just fill up with Jet A. Just like a jet. So got a true airspeed right now of 166. So we'll gain a little more speed. And we've got 1.25 minutes until we need to start the descent. So let's set the target altitude to 1,200. And this will be almost a straight-in approach. Okay. So to 171. So yeah, we might go a bit more than that. Looks like we're still accelerating a little bit. Here we go. Fly by. got to start our descent now. So set the vertical speed to 800 and reduce throttles. And I believe you don't have to worry about shock cooling on this. There's also no cowl flaps, though the DA-50, since it uses Continentals, it does use cowl flaps. Okay, so we have 17 miles until we get to that artificial waypoint. And I should... Okay. So we're a fair ways, probably a, I don't know, 150 nautical miles from Tahiti. But it's a little far to interesting airports from Tahiti, so that's why I started at Huahine, which I've heard the French pronounce Waine. Okay. Oh, one thing I didn't show, wow, is the run-up procedure, which is fully automated in the DA-62. You just push these buttons and it'll rev up the engines, test the ECUs. There's no magnetos in this. And then finish them off and show the results on the CAS, which is really cool. So, got Alt Select for 1,200 feet. We're gonna do basically a straight-in approach. So let's set the heading bug. Yeah, very close to straight in. Okay, can't really see it. Let me put my sunglasses on. Still can't see it. Okay. So it has 2 notches of flaps. Yeah, interestingly, pretty much all diamonds, I think, use a stick. On my simulator, I only have a yoke. Thinking about getting a stick. Which is what I started with until I wrecked it trying to mod it. But it was just the Logitech, what was it called? Extreme 3D, I believe. Okay, now doing a true airspeed of 160 as we're doing the descent. So this just uses the built-in autopilot on the G1000, which I'm not a huge fan of. The controls aren't very intuitive. Garmin has much easier to use avionics used on some planes. So yeah, Aerobask is one of my favorite simulated aircraft builders, I guess. Not sure what to call them. You just cannot go wrong with them. They aren't the most realistic you'll find, but they have a number of models that are just all of them are very good. I mean, you'll find better models from Hot Start, but Hot Start only has two right now, the TVM 900 and the Challenger CL650, where Aerobask has several. Some are getting pretty old and they haven't decided yet whether to update them for X-Plane 12. So we'll have to see. A lot of people want the old Pipistrel Panthera. They built that model when it was still undergoing early testing, so it's changed quite a bit. With a different engine even, different avionics. So it'll be interesting if they update that. Okay, getting to 2,000 feet here. 29085. Yep. Let's get back on course here. Throttle back a bit, and you can see that big peak at Bora Bora. That's not really how it looks. If you want to see how it looks, you can go to Microsoft Flight Simulator. They have a discovery flight that goes around Bora Bora in a Cessna float plane, I believe, which is a little bit of a disappointing experience because the water rudders don't work, so you just land and go straight. So that's why I haven't shown that one in any video, because but you can fly something else outside of the discovery flight, like Icon, the Icon A5, which apparently does have working water rudders. Okay, we're at our target altitude. Runway not in sight yet, but let's slow down. So our VREF is in the low 90s, and landing speed is like 85. I see the runway now. I'm going to take it off autopilot. Drop flaps. I believe there's an instrument approach for this, but I just wanted to do a quick fun flight. Bora Bora. Yeah, so as great as the XP11 model for this plane was, yeah, this is even better. Not a huge difference, but like a much nicer exterior model, for example. And the breakers weren't modeled before. Not that I really do much with breakers. Let's slow down to VREF.
$500. $400. $300.
Nice sailboats there.
$200. 100.
Oh, it's been raining here. Hey, pretty happy with that. I think the main terminal exit is on the left here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I forgot to turn on the landing lights. Let's turn on the taxi lights here. Retract flaps. Do they really land jet airliners here? I'm not real convinced of that. I thought it was mostly like Twin Otters and ATRs. But I don't know for sure. I think there's like GA parking to the right. And there's no beacon here, so you on this plane, I mean. So you just have to use the strobes. Looks like a A320, I guess. Yeah. I don't think American flies here. I don't know who flies here. I know Air Tahiti Nui flies their 787s into Tahiti. Wow, this is a crowded apron, all of these trucks. I rather doubt they've got a big pushback truck like that. Okay. Where should we park? Guess just at the end there. Okay, just stop here. I'm guessing a truck is going to hit us. Ah, there we go. Okay. So parking brake, lights off, avionics off. And here's how you shut down the engines, is you just turn them off. And that's it. Okay. Set the fuel levers back. These are all off. So turn the the master switch off. Hey, hold on here. Let's close these again. Let's take a look at the landing. Hopefully it works. Some planes it doesn't quite work right. Also, X-Plane 11 tends to crash when you try that. Hopefully it'll maintain. Maybe I should just go backwards really fast. Oh, it records the doors opening too. Interesting. Don't often see that. Oh, even the truck's in the right positions. With the X-Plane 11, the trucks are just completely stopped when you're in replay mode. So I'm reversing just because I'm afraid of X-Plane crashing. The replay mode has crashed a lot in the past. Ah! Stop, stop. Hey, stop. Okay. And, yeah, let's look from about here. About like that. Okay. Very easy plane to fly. Interesting that the diamonds have a split flap towards the inboard side. Whoa, what was that? Okay, well, that's enough of the replay. Let's open the doors. Can open the rear door too. Ah! Stop hitting me! This one. Okay. Yeah, so this is, again, the Diamond DA-62, my favorite plane ever. Or, sorry, my favorite piston plane ever. And, for all kinds of reasons. I guess you can open these. Oh, yeah. Okay. What else can you open? And, so the next thing I'm waiting for from Aerobask is the Phenom 300. It's a relatively new model, so I expect it's pretty high on their list to make it X-Plane 12 compatible. So, yeah, hope that was fun. Hoping to go back to Microsoft Flight Simulator next week, but I haven't decided what to fly there. I might actually try to get the Phoenix. There's not a lot of planes that I like that much in MSFS right now. The ones that get the really good reviews are not the kind of planes I like to fly, you know, like a Spitfire or something, P-51. Cool planes, but I'm just not interested in flying them in the simulator. And the default planes are good for what they are, but usually X-Plane has better third-party equivalents. So, but the Phoenix, I think I will like a lot. The Phoenix Airbus A320, I think I will like a lot. They've got some more work to do. I have flown the fly-by-wire one, but they have a lot more work to do to make that one really good, which I'm sure they will. As unfinished as it is, I really loved flying that one. But, okay. I'll leave it there then. So have a wonderful Friday night and weekend. So, oh boy. So we'll see you next time on Friday night flights. Oh, you know, it took me this long to realize I had accidentally riffed on the name of a TV show called Friday Night Lights, which I've never seen, don't know anything about, but just heard about it and realized that I was naming these streams so similarly. Okay, well, good night.